morning, good morning. Hello everyone, good morning. Welcome back again to my channel. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Hello po, Miss Yoscar Bedolia. Good morning. Good morning po. Thank you for coming. Please give me a like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the like. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. I hate Jenna. I hate. Thank you so much po. Hello, Xyprina Gomez. Good morning. Please give me a like. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Original design makaigsunan purpose sa Ginoo man sa itong kinabuhi. Ang yang gugma yan ang gipakita kanato igalag suon, so dapat kita mga igsuon ato ibalik atong pagtidulasyon ng ito kaniya. Muna sa gitawag mga igsuonan na atong sab na pagigugma na ito sa Diyos. Naami mo, ito commandment in our dispensation of grace mga igsuonan.
Good morning. Hello, Taijia. Good morning. Dalmasus Michael. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much. Hi Terry, good morning. Hi Taiji, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Kaya nawatana ang Ginoo mga igsoon. Nawatana dahil mga Kristonan ang mga early disciples, no? Ang mga apostoles. Nawatana sila silang pagpangalagad mga igsoon. Nawatana sila sa atong Ginoo. Ginoo, misunod ninyo ang nalagad ninyo. Kung sa mali mo makuha sa mong pagsunod sa pagpangalagad. Matthew chapter 19 mga igsoon, no? Mabasa na pala. Ayun sa Diyos. Karena itu makin soalnya. Anda seperti lain yang makin soalnya. Yang makin soalnya kalau Yesus Kristus atau yang mati mati. Yang sama kita makin soalnya.
Good morning, good morning. Thank you so much everyone. Please don't forget to like. Thank you so much.
question. Alignment ng exon. Alignment ng exon. Nagising pa man para mga exon. Sinasabi mo, ay exon. Ayaw ka malaka. His kingdom and his
Good morning. Thank you for staying. Please don't forget to like. Thank you so much. Apa.
Yawas pamer.
Thank you so much. Does all this work? Let me put it this way. I witnessed three miracles in my life. The birth of my daughter, the birth of my son, my wife and I not fighting about money anymore. Statistics show that the number one cause of all relationship breakups is money. The biggest reason behind the fights people have about money is not the money itself, but the mismatch of their blueprints. It doesn't matter how much money you have or don't have. If your blueprint doesn't match that of the person you're dealing with, you'll have a major challenges. This goes for married couples, dating couples, family relationships, and even business associates. The key is to comprehend that you are dealing with blueprints, not money. Once you recognize a person's money blueprint, you can deal with your partner in a way that works for both of you. You can begin by becoming aware that your partner's money files are probably not the same as yours. Instead of getting upset, choose understanding. Do your best to find out what's important to your partner in the arena of money and identify his or his motivations and fears. In this way, you'll be dealing with the roots instead of the fruits and have a good shot of making it work. Otherwise, no way, Jose. One of the most important things you will learn should you decide to attend the Millionaire Mind Intensive Seminar is how to recognize your partner's money blueprint, as well as how to create a brand new blueprint between both of you that helps you as partners get what you really want. It is truly a blessing to be able to do this, as it alleviates one of the biggest causes of pain for most people. Steps for change. Specific incidents. Here's an exercise you can do with your partner. Sit down and discuss the history each of you brings to your thoughts about money. What you heard when you were young, what was modeled in your family, and any emotional incidents that occurred. Also find out what money really means to your partner. Is it pleasure or freedom, or security or status? This will assess you and identify one's current money blueprint and may help you discover why you might be this segue in this arena. Next, discuss what you want today, not as individuals, but as partnership. Decide and agree upon your general goals and attitudes with regard to money and success. Then, create a list of these attitudes and actions you both agree to live by and write them down. Put them on the wall, and if ever there's an issue, gently, very gently remind each other what you decided together when you were both objective and emotional and outside the grip of your old money blueprints. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to like. Thank you. Awareness. Consider specific emotional incidents you experienced on money when you are young. Write down how this incident may have affected your current financial life. Can you see this way of peace and only what to learn peace and you? Can you see have a choice in the present moment to be different? Declaration. Place your hand on your heart and say, I release my non-supportive money experiences from the past to create a new and rich future. I have a millionaire mind. So what is your money blueprint set for? Now it's time to answer the $1 million question. What is your current money and success blueprint? What equals it? Is it transportation moving forward? Are you set for success or looking at financial failure? Are you programmed for struggle or for peace around money? Are you set for working hard for money and work balance? Are you conditioned for having a consistent income or inconsistent income? You know the scope. First, you have it, then you don't. Then you have it, then you don't. It always appears as though the reasons for these drastic fluctuations come from the outside world. For instance, I got a great paying job, but then the company folded. Then I started my own business and things were booming, but the market dried up. My next business is doing up super, but then my partner left at etc. Don't be fooled. This is your blueprint of free. Are you set for having a high income, a moderate income, or a low income? Did you know there are actual dollar amounts for which many of us are programmed? Are you set for earning $20,000 to $30,000 a year, or $40,000 to $60,000 a year, $75,000 to $100,000 a year, or $150,000 to $200,000, or $250,000 a year or more? A few years ago, I had unusually well-dressed gentleman in the audience during one of my 2-hour evening sessions. When the seminar was complete, he came over and asked if I thought the 3-day millionaire mind course could do anything for him, considering he already earning $500,000 a year. I asked him how long he'd earned that kind of money. He responded, consistently for about 7 years now. That was all I needed to hear. I asked him why he wasn't earning $2 million a year. I told him that the program was for people who want to reach their full financial potential and asked him to consider why he was stuck at a half million. He decided to come to the program. I got an email from him a year later that said, the program was incredible, but I made a mistake. I only reset my money blueprint to earn the $2 million a year as we discussed. I'm already there, so I'm attending the course again to reset it for earning $10 million a year. Good morning, everyone. Please don't forget to thumbs up. Thank you so much. The point I want to make is that the actual amounts don't matter. What matters is whether you are reaching your full financial potential. I know many of you might be asking, why on earth would anyone need that kind of money? First, that very question is not overly supportive to your wealth and is the third sign you'll want to revise your money blueprint. Second, the main reason this gentleman wanted to earn massive amounts of money was to support his work as a huge donor to a charity that assists AIDS victims in Africa. So much for the belief that rich people are good. Let's go on. Are you programmed for saving money or for spending money? Are you programmed for managing your money well or mismanaging it? Are you set for picking winning investments or picking losers? You might wonder, how could whether or not I make money in the stock market or in real estate be part of my blueprint? Simple. Who picks the stock on the property? You do. Who picks when you buy it? You do. Who picks when you sell it? You do. I guess you've got something to do with education. I have an acquaintance in San Diego named Larry. Larry is a magnet when it comes to making money. He definitely has a high income blueprint. But he has the keys of death when it comes to investing his money. Whatever he buys drops like a rock. Would you believe his dad had the exact same problem? Duh. I keep in close in touch with Larry so I can ask him for investment advice. It's always perfect, perfectly wrong. Whatever Larry suggests, I go the other way. I love Larry. Good morning. Once again, your money blueprint will determine your financial life and even your personal life. If you are a woman whose money blueprint is set for low chances, you will attract a man who is also set for low so you can stay in your financial comfort zone and validate your blueprint. If you are a man who is set for low, chances are you will attract a woman who is a spender and gets rid of all your money so you can stay in your financial comfort zone and validate your blueprint. Most people believe the success of their business is primarily dependent on their business skills and knowledge, or at least the timing of the market trends. I hate to be the one to break it to you, but that's the la la land, which is another way of saying not a chance. How well your business does is a result of your money blueprint. You will always validate your blueprint. If you have a blueprint that is setting to earning 100,000 a year, that's exactly how well the business will do. Enough to earn you about 100,000 a year. If you are a salesperson and your blueprint is set for earning $50,000 a year and somehow you make a huge sale that makes you $90,000 a year, either the sale will cancel or if you do end up with 90,000, get ready for a coming year to follow to make up for it and bring you back to the level of your financial blueprint. On the other hand, if you're set for earning 50,000 and you've been in a slump for a couple of years, don't worry, you'll get it all back. You have to, it's the subconscious law of the mind and money. Someone in this position would probably walk across the street, get hit by a bus, and end up with exactly $50,000 a year in insurance. It's simple, one way or another. If you're set for $50,000 a year, eventually that's what you'll get. So again, how can you tell what your money blueprint is set for? One of the most obvious ways is to look at your results. Look at your bank account, look at your income, look at your net worth, look at your success with investments, look at your business success, look at whether you're a spender or a saver. Look at whether you manage money well. Look at how consistent or inconsistent you are. Look at how hard you work for your money. Look at your relationship that involve money. Is money struggle or does it come to you easily? Do you own a business or do you have a job? Do you stick with one business or a job a long time or do you jump about around a lot? Your blueprint is like a thermostat. If the temperature is in the room is 72 degrees, chances are good that the thermostat is set in 72 degrees. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Is it possible that because the window is open and it's cold outside, the temperature in the room can drop to 65 degrees? Of course, but what will eventually happen? The thermostat will kick in and bring the temperature back to 72. Also, it is possible that because the window is open and it is hot outside, the temperature in the room can go up to 77 degrees. Sure, it could, but what will eventually happen? The thermostat will kick in and bring the temperature back to 72. The only way to permanently change the temperature in the room is to reset the thermostat. In the same way, the only way to change your level of financial success permanently is to reset your financial thermostat, otherwise known as your money blueprint. Well, principle. The only way to permanently change the temperature in the room is to reset the thermostat. In the same way, the only way to change your level of financial success permanently is to reset your financial thermostat.
Ay, 1 minute na lang po.
Yeah, tao.
Oy, Lebran, dice. Ay, atak kita ka ng district, eh. Wala din content. Ha? Atak kita ka ng district. Wala na. Atak kita ng district. No! Tikit-tikit ko na ba? Ayaw ka na. Lagi, second ko for patay lang. Uy, walit na lang itong ano, bato sa stipend. Yati! Wala na yung 36. Walit na lang kayo ito.
Eh, amas piling ko.
Ay, kaya itong kalaban, Bart. Ay, takir ko, important. Ang sinis ko rin.
Ako bye. Sawod.
Sawod. Ako buha, magkakaka, eh. Katana. Ay, akin. Kano yung kapindo?
They have no more important
Ah, dili, akin na, important.
because
Ako muna.
how they need this to suggest you
Lagi,
video.
Bart, ko for
Well, if you really want to take up in your life, don't believe a word you say. But if you want insanity, don't believe a thought you think. Meanwhile, if you're like most people, you're trying to do something, so you might as well have feelings that support you.
Balitan ninyo yung
Remember, thoughts lead to feelings, which leads to action, which leads to results. You can choose to think and act like rich people do and work with rich people do. The question is, how do rich people think? That's exactly what we discover in part of this. If you want to change your financial life forever, real lead on preparation. Raise your hand in your heart and say, I observe my thoughts and only those that empower me. I have millionaire mind.
Yaga, malit to. Nako.
I don't care, still possible. 6.5 seconds.
And so, recall thoughts lead to feelings, feelings to reach action, and actions lead to change. Everything begins with your thoughts, which are produced by your mind. Isn't it amazing that our mind is pretty much the basis of our life, and yet most of us have no clue as to how this powerful apparatus functions? So let's start by taking a simple look at how your mind works. Metaphorically, your mind is nothing more than a big file cabinet, similar to what you would find in your office or home. All information that comes in is labeled and filed in folders, so that it's easy to retrieve to help you survive. Did you hear that? I didn't say try, I said survive. In every situation, you go to the files of your mind to determine how to respond. Say, for example, you're considering a financial opportunity. You automatically go to your file labeled money and from there decide what to do. The only thoughts you have about money will be what are stored in your money file. That's all you can think about because that's all that is in your mind under the category. You decided based on what you believe is logical, sensible, and appropriate for you at the time. You make what you think is the right choice. The problem, however, is that the right choice may not be a successful choice. In fact, what makes perfect sense to you may consistently produce perfectly poor results. For instance, let's say my wife is in the mall. That shouldn't be too hard for me to imagine. She sees this green purse. It's only sale for 25% off. She immediately goes to her mind files with a question. Should I get this purse? In another second, your mind files comes up with the answer. You've been looking for a green purse to go with those green shoes you bought that last week. Plus, it's just the right size. Buy it. As the rushes to the checkout counter, her mind is not only thrilled that she's going to have this beautiful purse, but glowing with pride that she got it for 25% off. To her mind, this purchase makes perfect sense. She wants it, she believes she needs it, it's such a deal. However, at no point did her mind come up with a thought, sure, this is really nice purse and sure, this is a great deal, but right now, I'm $3,000 in debt, so I better slow down. She didn't come up with that information because no file in her head contains that the file of when you're in debt, don't buy anymore was never installed in here and doesn't exist, which means that particular choice is not an option. Do you catch my drift? If you've got files in your cabinet that are not supportive to financial success, those will be the only choice you can make. They'll be natural, automatic, and make perfect sense to you. But in the end, they will still produce financial failure or mediocrity at best. Conversely, if you've got mind files that support financial success, you will naturally and automatically make decisions that produce success. You won't have to think about it. Your normal way of thinking will result in success, kind of like Donald Trump. His normal way of thinking produces wealth. When it comes to money, wouldn't it be incredible if you could inherently think how rich people think? I assure hope you see absolutely or something go to the effect. To that effect. Well, you can. As we stated previously, the first step to any change is awareness. Meaning the first step to thinking the way rich people think is to know how rich people think. Rich people think very differently from poor and middle class people. They think differently about money, wealth itself, other people, and pretty well every other facet of life. In part of this book, we're going to examine some of these differences and as part of your reconditioning, install 17 alternative wealth files into your mind. With new files come new choices. You can then catch yourself when you are thinking like poor and middle class people and consciously shift your focus to how rich people think. Remember, you can choose to think in ways that will support you in your happiness and success instead of ways that don't. Wealth principle, you can choose to think in ways that will support you in your happiness and success instead of ways that don't. I am a money man. I am a money man. I am a money man. I am a money man.
Next time, Robin. Nice. I want to go.
Because mad-class people usually have this intuition. Come here, where you fit on the scale and you need more likely to reach into the statement. Fifth, you love the visualization what come from other work coming back to the realization. I'm going to ask you to be willing to let go of the being right. What I mean by that is will be willing to let go of the having to do with your exactly what you felt right now. You want more of the same, keep doing it. When you get rich, however, may stand especially one that comes from someone who's really, really rich and has fought thousands of others on the road to wealth. It's up to you. The concept you are about to learn is simple but profound. They make real changes for real people in the real world. So I know at my company, Peak Potentials Training, we get thousands of letters and emails each year telling us how each individual wealth path has transformed. Learn them and use them. I am confident they will transform your life. At the end of each section, you will find a declaration of fiscal unity with which to anchor it into your body. You will also find actions to take to support you in adapting this wealth style. It is imperative you put each file into action in your life as quickly as possible so that the knowledge can move to a physical, cellular level and create lasting and permanent change. Most people understand we are creators of habit, but what they don't realize is that there are actually two kinds of habits: doing habits and not doing habits. Everything you are not doing right now, you are in the habit of not doing. The only way to change is not doing habits into doing habits is to do them. Reading will assist you, but it's the whole different world when you go from reading to doing. If you are truly serious about success, prove it and do the actions suggested. Thank you so much. Hello.